Hey guys, I am back again with another sculpting and painting tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I created a battle axe out of clay. So as you can see me working, I obviously needed to start with armature of the piece, which basically just means the interior or sort of the backbone of it. I don't want the whole thing to be made out of clay because I need to save as much clay as I can so that I don't waste any of it. So I start off by kind of figuring out the size that I want everything. And you can see I already have a model completed, so I'm basically just copying off of that. But if you don't have something pre-made already available, you can find another object that's sort of closest to it, or you can like pull up an image on the computer and sort of measure it from there. And so I just take pipe cleaners, cut them to size, and then I cover them in tinfoil so that way they get a little bit bulked up, and also so that when I eventually cover it in clay, clay will stick to it, because clay will not stick to pipe cleaners because all the little fuzzy pieces everywhere. And so then I do that, and then once I do that, I just start smoothing it out and shaping it, and I keep bringing it back over, measuring it, making sure that it's all correct and all that good stuff. And then after that, it's just a process of sculpting it. I have a lot of little details I'm trying to put in to add dimension, to make things smooth, to add, sharp angles where they need to be, or to, kind of make something thinner if I want it to dry a little bit faster, all just that sort of stuff. And then as soon as I am done with that, I usually leave it for about 24 hours to fully dry. It is air dry clay. Obviously, if you have clay that needs to be baked, that's a whole separate matter, but I'm using air dry clay, so that's what we're going with. And then once it's dry, I have 3 separate pieces, so 2 sort of sharp pieces of the battle axe, and then the stick in the middle, I guess, whatever you would call it. And then I just glue those things together. Now, if you have the patience for it, you can sculpt it, and then just do everything in layers so that it has time to dry. I was a little bit, I was on a deadline, so I used glue. So, there's multiple ways to complete a project. You don't have only one way to do it. And so once I glue all the pieces together and the glue has dried, then once everything is the way that I want it, I don't need to sand anything down or resculpt anything, then the fun part is where you just get your colors all mixed up and then you start painting it. And then as soon as you do one layer of paint, you leave it for 30 minutes or so, and then you come back and you do another layer until all the smears have gone away. And then for the axe that I have 2 versions of it. So one of them, I have sort of this glossy, shimmery coat that I put on top of it, and the other one I just left plain, so you can really finish it off however you want to. And that is how I created a battle axe. So, just hit me up in the comments if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for listening. See you soon.